Previously on Tales of Berseria, we defeated the really tall dragon Fafnir. Seriously, most screenshots of that fight would consist of feet pics. We then got another ominous revelation from the mysterious voice, revealing that Malachim are essentially seraphim that don't live in the heavenly realm. Okay, guess I can pay you one last time, hopefully. Yep, that's everything. Now we just gotta get to the Flame of Malevolence. Ugh.
I don't think we have a chance!
As expected, the 6th level has the most brutal enemies. Somehow those slow scorpion enemies, they only have 1 soul, so if you try to fight them, it might be really hard to obtain souls from them. Yeah, if you try to hit an enemy with a status effect while they're at their minimum souls, you might not get their soul. I don't know why it works like that. Maybe the game glitched or something, or is it intended? It might be intended because the Scorpion also had lower stats in the Berseria to compensate, I think. Still, they're really annoying to fight, because if you can't maintain your soul advantage, you're pretty much dead on Chaos mode anyways. On the bright side, I don't think the beetle enemies show up in the Flames of Malevolence maps, which is good because they are impossible to run away from. They're so fast. I just noticed that wall enemy has Norman on it. Why? Was it a Norman transformed into a wall demon? That must be it. Yeah, the fact that they have megaphones for arms kind of implies that there's some kind of comical nature to them, just like the Norman. And we actually did see at least one Norman in this series get transformed into a demon, or Hellion. So they turned to a normal armored type enemy rather than whatever the heck this thing is. The bird enemies are not too bad, I guess. The succubus type enemies can cast and spam spells. They are very high priority.
I refuse to fall here!
Alright, now comes the hard part. Good news is, pausing with that, pausing like that will actually pause the timer, even though it doesn't pause normally in other ways. Unfortunately, some of them are really high up on these little walkways. First, I'm just gonna have to dodge them. Seriously, how do they appear out of nowhere like that? The game, does it not load them in very quickly? Do I have to increase my render distance? Because that lags the game a lot if I do that. Yeah, I've been setting my render distance for these games really low because of how huge these maps are. In theory, everything should be easier now that they're not going to spawn in, but those dragon enemies can be bad if they catch me off guard. I think they're the strongest traditional melee types. No, the wall ones can still one-shot me as well if they land on me, and they cannot be easily interrupted during their attack animation either. I was greedy enough to try to go for a chest, but the chests in this map seem to be really bad for some reason. I always get really unlucky with it. Sometimes I'll get... Like, I had a calcite scrap there. They didn't give me more recent stuff like platinum and void scraps. Even adamantine would have been better than nothing. Alright, definitely not want to get into an encounter with those scorpions. Fortunately, I don't think they show up in the Flames of Malevolence. Maybe I got really lucky, or maybe they realized that the scorpions would be difficult to maintain a soul advantage against, and therefore it might keep the player from passing the DPS checks. Okay, this could be pretty tough to deal with those walls. I don't know why, but even normal enemies in this game seem to have a ton of super armor. Yeah, I remember Azhdahak didn't give that much super armor to the normal enemies, so it was mostly manageable. Except for the fact that you also have to maintain your TP, but still. Being able to at least stagger your enemies consistently was really nice. Okay, here I had a brain fart and could not find the ladder at all. They really should mark it on the map. Something as important as a ladder to go between elevations should be marked on the map. But it's not. Alright, now I see it. Sometimes standing far away will give you a better view, especially in these types of games. Yeah, I miss the days when we had fixed normal camera angles in relatively small maps instead of this kind of camera angle in a huge map. I guess I'm not the open world type of player, am I? Yeah, I'm sweating my Mystic Art a lot, but I don't know if I'm gonna make good time without it. Alright, maybe getting behind it will help me deal with the super armor a bit. I don't know. Now it's time to run. I'm glad we can at least jump down the ladders to get down quickly, but the time still passes when climbing up them. And conveniently, this last one is located near the exit. Oh no, it's the beetles again. Beetles seem to have also have a collision attack where they spin around randomly, and if they hit you, they hit you. And I think they have super armor during it too, so you can't just try to get them with Slag Assault. And then I think of it, the image on the wall enemy is actually Norman Village, isn't it? Norman Island. I recognize that giant Norman head. Vaguely. This is going to be a lot like the battle with all those super resistant enemies from Zestiria, where they resist literally every element. I'm pretty much stuck using only one viable combo, all of the species attributes. But even then, that's not going to help me in the long run, because the more I use the same arts, the easier it'll be for the boss to escape. So yeah, this boss was not really fun at all. Let's break out of every combo so damn easily, and it's kind of a miracle when you can actually get a decent lasting combo, a chain combo on it. Maybe I should have adjusted everyone else's arts and not just Velvet, so that they can so they'll be more likely to hit all the weaknesses as well. Interestingly, when the boss is in complete super armor mode, it takes restraint. The damage says restrain on it. Does that mean it's doing normal damage, or is it still resisted? Probably still resisted. And it broke out of the chain just as soon as I activated my Mystic Art. Real fair. Yeah, it just seems... I don't even know how I'm going to beat some of the later bosses if they can break out this easily. There's still 2 more bosses after this, I think. Not counting Metabor. I'm not sure I'm even going to borrow with Metabor. Seems Metabor is going to be brutal because that's before Velvet can use her Break Soul. If it stuns me, I'm basically dead. It's not going to be any fun.
Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try. Perfect mayhem!
Here it comes! Resound! Arrive! Become the blade of destruction! Lost Bond! Rise!
Killing flash! Behold the arts of my ancestors! I get the style! Aaron!
Now, Army of Immortals! 49 Wounds that won't heal. Carved into flesh. Lethal pay! Elements of creation.
Did you think you could escape me?
Do you think you can escape me just by having resistance to all elements? You still have species attributes. Alchemist Asterite. I've actually been withholding on dismantling equipment because I knew I was going to get this Asterite soon.
Please, miss. Can you tell us what happened in the Heavenly Realm?
As you wish. As a young Malakim, you have every right to know the nature of the events in which we have entangled you. To the Seraphim, malevolence is as poison. The Earth Dwellers create malevolence and therefore pose a very real threat. Thus, the Seraphim decided to eradicate the surface world, humanity included.
But that's insane!
There did dwell among the Seraphim those who desired coexistence with mankind. Those more merciful Seraphim made a bet with the ones who sought annihilation. They descended to the earthly realm. They would prove that they could overcome the malevolence and live among the humans.
And those Seraphim became the Empyreans and the Malakim.
Just so. And when their dream is realized, the heavenly gate will open, and humanity and Seraphim, the heavens and the earth, will be as one. And so, the pact was formed between our realms.
But even after tens of thousands of years, that dream has not come to be.
There was never any chance. In exchange for making the pact, the remaining Seraphim imposed a rule upon human and Malak. More a curse than a rule, truth told, it made coexistence impossible. From the beginning, the Seraphim decided to cast us and the humans aside and to destroy us together. It was all meaningless, futile.
A rule and a curse imposed upon human and Malak. I'm pretty sure I see where this is going.
Yeah, I think I get it.
I don't like this.
Oh look, it's another cat's.
Well done! You've come a long way to find me here. Meow. Now, as for your reward...
If it's another cat's towel, we have plenty already.
Meow, meow. I think this should still be worth your while. Because I'm throwing in a gel! A gel!
Why are you cats so insistent about us having this stuff?
Because they're cat's towels! Everyone deserves a cat's towel! Meow. There's something every cat loves! Something the whole world loves!
Alright. If you insist, I'll take it. Now I'm stuck with one too.
Hot spring outfit for Eleanor. There's nothing better than a cat's towel. One day the whole world will recognize how great they are, I'm sure of it. Wait, what? That was weird. Okay, the 7th chamber. But the door here looks different. It's empty. There's the gate.
Is that the Heavenly Gate?
There's some cutesy-looking creature over there.
I'm impressed. You have actually made it all the way to the Heavenly Gate.
That voice. You're the one who's been speaking to us?
Yes, that is me. I am Zuifu, a Malak and former Seraph.
Wait a minute. You're a Rapig. Did the curse you mentioned turn you into one?
No, that's just how she naturally is. She's like Morgrim that way.
That curse is what turns humans and Malakim into demons and dragons, right?
That is correct. The Malakim who descended to the surface banded together with like-minded humans. They truly believed they could change the world. But because of the curse, their cooperation came to a swift end. Even minor disputes gave rise to malevolence, and demons and dragons quickly filled the land. The demons shredded the Malakim who loved humanity, and the dragons devoured the humans who trusted the Malakim. Nearly all Malakim abandoned their dream of peaceful coexistence and distanced themselves from humanity. They would forever regret having descended from the heavenly realm.
Then every dragon we fought on the way up was here simply because they were trying to get back home.
That must be what the cats meant when they said this place has the power to draw in Malakim.
What about you? Are you one of the Malakim who gave up?
It was futile. Humans with resonance, already rare, dwindled to almost total extinction. Eventually, they forgot the very existence of us Malakim. Malevolence spewed forth endlessly, and again did demons and dragons cover the land. If Innominat hadn't subdued the world and reset the balance, mankind and Malakim would likely be extinct.
Is that to say Innominat is a safety valve of sorts?
That is precisely his function. Innominat stands as an auxiliary Empyrean, tasked as the final bastion preventing this world's demise.
Malevolence spreads, Innominat suppresses, Malevolence spreads again. We're stuck in a vicious cycle.
Oh my. Seems like we're screwed.
Our only hope lay with the Empyrean's Pact Keepers, but...
A Pact Keeper?
A Pact Keeper is one who possesses an honest heart and strong enough resonance to form a pact with an Empyrean. Unfortunately, the current Pact Keeper, Artorius, is using Innominat's power in an attempt to control the nature of humans and Malakim. Although, when the alternative is an eternal cycle of tragedy, perhaps it is better not to feel tragedy at all.
That isn't funny.
It's not a joke. I believed in humanity for tens of thousands of years, but there's no point. And what of you? Do you still cling to the hope that malevolence can be extinguished, that we can coexist?
I'm not sure I care.
What?
I'm tired of you going on and on about how everything is futile, so I've got one thing to say. Wallow in your own misery for all I care, but this so-called earthly world is where we all live. Yeah, maybe it's futile, and maybe it's irrational, but as long as we're born here, here is where we live. Right here, we're living our lives. Humans, demons, Malakim, witch, reaper, exorcist, each one of us.
But the time for Innominat's suppression is close at...
I will stop it, no matter what.
You've learned the workings of this world, and yet...
I don't give a damn about Seraphim in some heavenly realm, or the nasty way the world works. When it comes down to it, I'm still me. What I hope for is mine to decide, and no one else's.
Well, if everyone said their piece, let's get going.
I truly feel your pain. I honestly hope you can find a way to be at ease. You keep on angsting about this heavens thing. Just leave the rest of us out of it.
And if you get in our way, we will not go easy on you.
Humans are peculiar.
They are. They're strange, scary, and they do what they want. But really, if you ask me for my opinion, I honestly don't think that their world is all that bad of a place.
Do you think you'll still be saying the same thing when you've become a dragon in the ages to come?
I really don't know. But for now, I'll live my life to the fullest.
If there exist Malakim and humans like that, perhaps some hope remains after all. Zenris, perhaps there will come a time, as you had hoped, for humans and Malakim and Seraphim.
2 warps? What? Okay, can we go for this gate, though? Go in there and kick some Seraphim ass? They deserve it.
Let me in. Let me in.
They deserve to go up against Velvet's cheap super armor Farian mode. Okay, seems like the one to the east contains an event.
You found me! Thank you so much! Now, to show you my catitude, I'd like to invite you to a nice, soothing bathhouse I found. Meow.
A bathhouse?
Yep, the super spa. One dip in their baths and you'll feel as good as Mew, inside and out. Speaking from experience, I can promise you it's so amazingly perfect, your soul will leave your body.
Super spa, is it? Wait, is that why we've been lugging around all these cat's towels?
You got it! Meow!
It's not a mixed bath or anything, right?
No need to worry, meow. Men and women both have their own dedicated baths.
If you insist. I could definitely stand to unwind after so much fighting.
I'm positively tingling with anticipation.
You know, it might be nice to have some serious bonding time before the final battle.
Actually, I've never been to a bathhouse before.
Oh, you're in for a treat. That steam will have your skin silky smooth.
And there's nothing like a good drink after a hot bath.
This gate of travel will take you there straight away. Feel free to use it anytime. Meow.
This is the entrance to the bathhouse. Go right on in.
You know, I'm pretty okay with this.
I'll second that. This feels really nice. Yeah, it's like I can feel my soul just floating off with the steam.
It feels like all my wounds are melting away.
I'll say, the water is just the right temperature. Soothes all the important places.
Wait, what? What the hell?
Don't splash the water around, Velvet. That's totally bad manners.
I can't help it. My legs don't reach the bottom. Oh, wait, am I in Fee's body?
Oh, and I'm inside Rokuro. Oh, look at these muscles.
I'm actually as tall as I always wished I was. What the devil's going on in here?
This is what makes this place so special, Meow. You feel so perfectly divine that your soul floats away and switches bodies with someone else, Meow.
Sheesh. Looks like even Bienfu and the cats have swapped bodies.
Wait, does that mean that the men are now in our bodies?
Well, this place certainly wasted no time in getting weird or awkward.
I'm not really comfortable with this. What do we do? I feel like I've got an inner tube strapped to my chest.
Aizen, is this another side effect of your curse? As if the Reaper's curse would do something so ridiculous. It's probably just that cat's playing a prank on us.
I'm amazed that you can stay so calm despite all of this, Aizen.
Ha! This doesn't bother me in the least. My sister and I used to take baths together when we were kids.
I suppose that makes sense.
Well, we might as well enjoy ourselves. The water here does feel quite nice.
Rokuro, you lech! Cover your eyes this instant!
Fine, fine. No need to shout, Eleanor. Though I have to say, your body is nicely agile. Though your butt is a bit bulky.
Hey! Keep my hands to yourself!
Eleanor, don't stand up!
Hey, cats! We better not be stuck like this forever.
No need for concern, Meow. You'll all go back to normal once you leave the spring.
Right then, everybody out. This is just too weird to be relaxing.
Actually, before we go, I've noticed the cat's been staring at us for pretty much the entire time.
Yeah, that's Bien Fu. Smack him for me.
Got it.
That's too bad. It was such a lovely hot spring. I wish we could have stayed a little longer.
No, you really don't. Let's all agree to forget this ever happened.
How do you expect us to do that?
Don't go asking for things we can't actually do.
I said forget it!
If you insist, I'll try.
Fine.
Yeesh, so much for a nice team-building exercise. I feel like this has just driven a wedge further between us.
I heard you kept your eyes covered the whole time.
Yeah, I did.
That's so you.
What's the problem? I was just trying to be polite.
It's fine. There's no problem. But I didn't cover mine.
Oh, Velvet! Why would you even tell me that?
Alright, and that's pretty much it for the events here. I think I'll return to the 4th stratum because I think that's the easiest place to farm void scrap gear. Yeah, that's where... pretty much the later floors are a bit too strong for me to consistently grind without having to spend a ton of life bottles. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Tales of Berseria. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.